Let's talk about how can you handle your feelings if your kids or your child comes back and talks to you about the new supply. If you're new to hearing me speak, I used to be in an 18-year narcissistic abusive relationship, and I experienced this, and somebody asked me this question, so I want to bring light on this topic. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you're liking, make sure you're following, make sure you're sharing. What you can do if one of your kids or your children come back and talk to you about the new supply, and it's driving you crazy, it's eating you up alive, it's hurting you to hear your kids talk about the new supply. What I did is I tried to look at it in a positive perspective. If the new supply is good to your kids, it's a positive thing. Try to look for the positives in it, and then bring your focus back, not off of the narcissist and the new supply, but bring the focus back internally on yourself in trying to understand why you feel the way that you feel. Maybe journal out those feelings to understand them. Journal out reminding yourself who the narcissist truly is. Because at the end of the day, remember, the new supply is in the love bombing phase, just like how you were once there too. So what you do is remind yourself to stand in the facts of who the narcissist truly is. And understand that if the new supply is good to your kids, that's a good thing, right? You want somebody inside of, your ex-partner's life that's going to treat your kids good. So when I noticed that the new supply was actually super nice to my daughter, I was like, you know what? I'd rather somebody be nice to my child than somebody be mean to them, right? So I tried to look at it in the bright side of what's benefiting my child, and not look at how it's affecting me, but how it's affecting my child in a positive way. Because really and truly, you have to really put the perspective onto what's good for the child instead of how it's affecting you. Still keep in mind how it's affecting you mentally and emotionally by, again, like I said, taking the focus off of the new supply, taking the focus off of the narcissist, and putting the focus internally on you. Working on yourself mentally and emotionally to understand your feelings, understand why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. Understand how can you heal those feelings. And how most of the times you can heal those feelings is standing in the facts, I'm going to keep repeating it, of who the narcissist truly is. Because your mind will create this story and how, the narcissist is all nice and treating the new supply this and this and da-da-da-da. Remember, that's all a mask that the narcissist is wearing with the new supply. The narcissist has to show that new supply and that new person all these great sides of them, because eventually that mask will fall off, just like how it fell off with you. So you just have to keep standing in the facts and understanding, who that person was towards you, right? And how it affected you, mentally and emotionally to be a great parent that's all mentally and emotionally there for your child. And fixate on how you can work on you so that you can be a stronger version for yourself, for your child, right? Literally just keep thinking about all the positive things that is going on right now. That person no longer abusing you mentally and emotionally. Again, look for the positives instead of fixating on the negatives. Yes, it's going to burn you because you feel like, this person is being all, amazing. The narcissist being all amazing to this new person, and you got the shitty end of the stick, but you didn't. Because really and truly, you're no longer getting abused. Really and truly, you're no longer, having to deal with somebody inside of your life that's going to steal your peace, steal your joy, steal your happiness every given moment that they get a chance to. You have that choice to pick yourself up and work on yourself. Pick yourself up off of those pieces that they broke of you to work on yourself. And if you need guidance and help in how to do so, you can always book a one-on-one with me. I'll give you guys the tips and tools and how you can do that, how I did that. And really and truly, the way that you're going to be able to deal with the new supply and, you know, the narcissist and your kids and all that stuff like that is really just trying to look for the positive. Is that person a good person in your kid's life when, you know, you're co-parenting or whatever with the narcissist? That's not even possible, but gray rocking, I call it, you know, talking to little as possible. The less you know about the new supply and the narcissist is the better. But let's say if your kids does come and tell you anything about the new supply, the best thing that you could do is listen to them and then take that information and try to work on how it affects you. If it's getting you upset, understand why it's getting you upset. If it's getting you sad, understand why it's getting you sad. And majority of the times it affects you mentally and emotionally because of the story you created inside of your head of how their life is so perfect and you're hurting. Their life is not perfect, because at the end of the day with the narcissist, if he or she is a true narcissist, the mask will fall off and the new supply will experience. Trust and believe. I seen it happen with my ex and the new supply. I seen them going through exactly what I went through with my ex narcissist. The mask eventually fell off. That person just chose to stay with my ex narcissist where I didn't. Right? So you have to understand, right? Some people will, you know, behind closed doors, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Your kids will see as much as the narcissist and the new supply allows them to see to come back and tell you whatever, right? So understand that you don't know about what happens behind closed doors, but when you're not with the narcissist no more, you don't need to know what's going on no more. It's time for you to pick yourself up and focus on you one day and take one day at a time. And if your kids are big enough, you know, and like old enough to know, just tell them like, hey, I don't want to know anything that's going on with your, you know, your dad or your mom or anything that's going on. I just want to know about you. How was your weekend? How are you doing? And just flip the script on understanding about them, right? But you have to understand, kids are going to be kids. They're going to come back and they're going to talk to you about whatever they feel like. You just got to understand that it's not about you, it's about them. And that's the best advice I can give you guys. And that's what I did to work on myself mentally and emotionally when I was dealing with my ex and the new supply.